Previously, we uncovered the truth about Ibrahim Traoré. They don't want you to know. A story of secrets, propaganda, and power. But today, we ask a bigger question. At just 36 years old, Captain Ibrahim Traoré became one of the youngest leaders in the world. Overnight, he transformed from an unknown soldier into a continental icon. To his supporters, he's Africa's great hope. To his critics, he's a dangerous gamble. This is the Ibrahim Traoré experiment. Can a 36-year-old really save Africa? This is Blackish Gold Originals, and to our returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back for more eye-opening episodes every single day. Let's deep dive immediately. Traoré's message is clear. Africa must rise without colonial masters. Drawing inspiration from Thomas Sankara, Burkina Faso's revolutionary leader of the 1980s, Traoré champions dignity, self-reliance, and Pan-African unity. Just months after seizing power in 2022, he ordered the withdrawal of French troops stationed in Burkina Faso, ending decades of military dependency. Instead, he turned to new alliances, strengthening ties with Russia and other non-Western partners, a move many see as part of Africa's shifting geopolitical realignment. But Traoré's vision goes beyond geopolitics. At home, he has launched initiatives aimed at food sovereignty, urging Burkina Faso to reduce dependence on imported grains by boosting local agriculture. His government also emphasizes local industry, cultural pride, and reclaiming African identity from Western narratives. For millions of young Africans disillusioned by failed promises of democracy and foreign aid, Traoré has become a symbol of resistance and possibility. To his admirers, he is the new Sankara, bold, fearless, and unapologetically African. To his critics, his approach is reckless, risking instability while romanticizing revolution. Either way, his leadership represents a generational shift. For the first time in decades, many Africans see a leader who dares to dream big and act on it. But behind the fiery speeches lies a brutal reality that cannot be ignored. Since Captain Ibrahim Traoré seized power in September 2022, violence in Burkina Faso has not declined. It has escalated. According to the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project, ACLED, Burkina Faso has become one of the most violent epicenters of jihadist insurgency in the Sahel, with thousands killed each year. Groups linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIS continue to overrun towns and villages, forcing civilians to flee for their lives. The United Nations estimates that more than 2 million Burkinabe are now displaced, the highest number in the country's history. Humanitarian organizations like the World Food Programme warn of famine-level hunger, with nearly 4.7 million people in urgent need of food assistance. Schools and hospitals have been abandoned, while entire regions remain under militant blockade. And while Traoré came to power, vowing a swift transition back to democracy, his government has postponed elections until July 2029, a move critics see as entrenching permanent military rule. To his supporters, this delay is necessary to stabilize the nation. To his opponents, it's proof that the young captain risks turning Burkina Faso into yet another endless military dictatorship. This is where the experiment truly begins. Is Captain Ibrahim Traoré a revolutionary leader determined to rebuild Africa from the ground up, or is he just another strongman hiding behind propaganda and youthful charisma? At 36, he embodies the Sankarist dream, a young soldier turned statesman promising to kick out neocolonial influence and return power to the people. His fiery speeches against France and calls for Pan-African unity have electrified millions across the continent. But beneath the rhetoric, the cracks are hard to ignore. His rise is no accident. It has been fueled by slick social media campaigns portraying him as Africa's last hope, amplified by Russian-backed narratives pushing for a new anti-Western order. In Burkina Faso, murals of his face appear on walls, and crowds chant his name like a savior. A growing cult of personality is being carefully nurtured. one that positions him less as a transitional leader and more as a continental icon. But can image alone fix the harsh realities? Burkina Faso remains trapped in a brutal jihadist insurgency that has displaced more than 2 million people according to UN reports. Elections have been postponed indefinitely, raising fears that democracy may be sacrificed in the name of stability. Critics argue Traoré is building more hype than institutions and that youthful charisma cannot replace the hard grind of governance. So the question remains, is Ibrahim Traoré Africa's bold solution? The Ibrahim Traoré experiment is still unfolding. To some, he is Africa's bold solution. To others, he is a dangerous illusion. So, can a 36-year-old truly save Africa? Or is this an experiment destined to fail? The answer may decide the future of an entire continent. But what if the story isn't about saving Africa at all? What if the very choices that made Traoré a hero in the eyes of millions are the same ones pushing Africa closer to chaos? In our next episode, we uncover the darker side of his leadership and ask the hard question: is Ibrahim Traoré destroying Africa from within? Click here to watch it now.